So good morning everyone. This is a quick revision for Middle 3. We would like to cover the units from Unit 10 till Unit 14. Unit 10 is talking about traveling for work. In this unit we learn about traveling using different kinds of trains. You have the stopping train, express train, sleeper train that is in your curriculum and which has the sleeper car. Passengers or travelers should then take their train from the assigned platform, remember, it's the platform, not the pavement, so that they can reach their destination. Another word that you have to learn in this unit is the word destination. So some will arrive in Alexandria, Paris, or France. Remember how to use the preposition in. Note the use of the preposition here. So when we revise the prepositions, we should remember the following. We can use these other prepositions, at, in, and on. At, for example, here, as it's mentioned in your books, Cairo Airport. At Cairo Airport. In, I'm traveling in a car, I'm traveling in a taxi. On, I'm traveling on train or bus. By, remember this because there is a very important note here. By as a preposition, it is used with means of transportation that are not preceded, that are not coming before them any kind of article or pronoun. By car again, ferry, taxi, not by a or my car. These are not supposed to be used here with the preposition by. Then, the grammar that we have explained in the unit are the future forms. The future forms here, they are supposed to be the future simple that are supposed to be structured or formed by using the subject well plus infinitive. The usage or the cases where I'm using this grammar form or this form of future on the spot decision. For example, the phone is ringing. If there is a conversation between A and B, I'll get it, so I will get it. It's a quick decision or on-the-spot decision. Promises, I promise I will reward you. Predictions without evidence. Remember, the predictions here are without evidence because later on we are going to talk about predictions based on evidence using going to. I think it will rain tomorrow. This is according to my own kind of thinking. Future facts, Ramadan will be on the 24th of next April. I'll be 16 next August, and so on. Request, will you please be quiet? Offers, I will help you to wash the car. Threats, don't cheat or I'll tell the teacher. Remember this. The first conditional, for example, if it gets colder, here the present simple is used, and then on the other part of the sentence I'll put on my coat. The next one is the future using going to. Using going to, the form is supposed to be using the subject am, is, or are according to the subject being used, going to plus the infinitive. The usage or the cases, as I said before, the future plans, I'm going to visit my uncle this summer, this is my plan. My intention, we are going to travel by train. Predictions based on evidence, there are a lot of clouds in the sky, it is going to rain. So the evidence here is going to get me to use the future using going to. Next, decisions. I am going to study medicine. This is my decision. Remember, I can just refer back to it as it's a decision that I have made. Actions which are about to happen in the future. Look out, this boy is going to fall. Other future forms, as we said, we have the present continuous tense, the kind of structure that we all know, subject, am, is, or are, plus verb, plus ing. And it is also, we have to know that it's also used for fixed future arrangements. So it's talking about the actions being done at the moment of speaking or at the time of speaking, but here we refer back to them for fixed future arrangements. We have arranged it. Remember, we can just refer back to them by saying it's arranged. We have arranged it. It is, I have arranged it, as I said before, I made some preparations. We are visiting the museum tomorrow. We used the following expressions. I have arranged it with the present continuous to refer to the future arrangements. The present simple tense, this is the last future form that is tackled in your unit. It is used with schedules and timetables. The train leaves at 9 p.m. The lecture starts at 8 a.m. and so on. Note the following. Also in your unit, there is a big difference between get on or off and get into or out of. Get on or off, it's used with the bicycle, train, horse, ferry, plane, a bus. Get into or out of, used with a taxi and a car. Making the right choice. This unit, Unit 11, the unit mainly talks about the problem of addiction. Remember, this is one of the titles that could be used for your project, addiction. Addiction, for example, smoking is, so addiction, this is the example I'm using here. Smoking is very dangerous as it causes you to suffer from lung diseases. This is one of the main important or the main words used, vocabulary used in your unit. Lung disease is addiction. So it is you who should make the decision. This is an expression that is used to stop smoking or regret starting it later on. There is a point here that I would like to highlight. Note, regret is supposed to be followed by the ing form of the verb, by the gerund. The grammar here in this unit expressing possibility or probability, uncertainty in the past by using might have plus the past participle. For example, Ali's arm hurts. He might have broken it. So it's a possibility that have to be expressed here and referring to it in the past. Expressing certainty, I'm sure of something that had happened in the past. The structure that I'm going to use here must have plus the past participle to talk about things that we are sure they happened in the past. For example, Aya must have taken my camera yesterday. This is what I'm sure of, what I am actually certain of. Expressing recommendations or regret in the past. For example, the structures should or shouldn't have plus the past participle. Examples that you might refer back to: I should have booked a seat on the train and now there are no seats. You shouldn't have gone. Remember, have plus the past participle of the verb. Have plus the past participle of the verb. To bed late last night, now you are tired. Note things that should be referred back to in this unit, and maybe they are supposed to be taken for your projects. These are one of the titles that could be used for the project. Physical addiction or psychological addiction. Addiction, like what? What do we have to say about addiction here? You might be addicted to computer games. You might be addicted to coffee, fizzy drinks, social networking sites, cigarettes, and other things, etc. Unit 12, transport workers. The important vocabulary learned in this unit: railway station, station manager, rail cards. This is how you get your tickets, maybe with a less kind of price. Ticket and inspector, manual work, technical schools. So if these are related for the workers or transport workers, this is another thing. Technical schools. What do we have to know about technical schools? Students in these schools learn technical skills needed for industry, farming, nursing, to allow them to do technical jobs as electricians. Reported statements and orders. This is the grammar part that is used in this unit. He said, for example, I have to be ready with my project. If you report this statement, you are going to use the introductory verb here, as it is clear it's in the past. So I'm going to do other kind of changes. The changes that I have already underlined, they are going to be changed in the following. I, because he is the one talking, he said that he had to instead of have to, because remember, as we explained in our classes, that Sid is an introductory verb in the past, had to be ready with his project. So I changed the pronoun, I changed the tense, I changed the other pronoun there. He said to me, I'll cook the meal. The reported statement is going to be, he promised that, remember it's optional whether to use that or not, he would cook the meal. So, note that we have to do certain changes, pronoun changes, tenses changes, adverbs changes, and demonstratives. For example, the changes in tenses, present simple is going to be changed into past simple, present continuous to past continuous, past simple either to keep it as past simple or to change it into past perfect, present perfect to past perfect, can, could, will, would, has to and have to, must, it means have to, it should be changed into had to, may, might, shall, should. Remember, there are certain kinds of cases that are not supposed to be tackled through your curriculum for this year. Maybe later on you will be aware of them or ready to know more about them. Changes in adverbs and demonstratives, this is going to be changed into that, these, those, here, there, today, that day, tonight, that night, tomorrow, the following day, or the next day, yesterday, the day before, the previous day, and so on. Now, then, and ago is going to be changed into before. Reported orders, as we explained in our classes, mother said to Omar, it's an order. It's a positive order, and this is a negative order. Open the door. She ordered Omar to open the door. This is the reported order. The teacher said to Ahmed, don't speak up. The teacher ordered Ahmed not, because it's a negative, not to speak up. Unit 13, at the observatory. Important vocabulary mentioned in the unit: solar system, astronomer, telescope, astronomy, shooting stars. The reported questions, to continue with the reported speech, reported questions, we have two types of questions, WH word questions and yes or no questions. Laila said, for example, where is Ali? Remember that this is the question structure, using the verb first, then the subject. If I'm going to change it into reported question, I'm going to use the sentence structure, which means I'm going to use the subject, then the verb. Laila asked where Ali was. Remember, was here is used because the introductory verb is in the past, as I mentioned before. Do you like fish? Said Salma. Salma asked me if or whether I liked fish. The past simple here is used instead of the present because, again, the introductory verb is in the past. What if the introductory verb is in the present? We are going to keep the tense as it is. I mean, as it is used in the original sentence. Unit 14, this is the last unit, wonders of the word. We all know that there are ancient wonders in the word and modern ones. The ancient Greeks wrote a list of 7 places in the world. In this unit, you have some of them that are mentioned in your unit, in your book. The Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the Lighthouse of Alexandria, this is in Alexandria, the Great Pyramid, I mean it was in Alexandria, the Great Pyramid at Giza, it's still standing. See, I'm going to refer back to it because it's the only standing wonder till now. That's why it's included in the modern list of wonders in the world. In 1999, remember this could be used for the project, talking about the wonders of the world, the ancient ones and the modern ones, and the wonders in Egypt too. People were asked to suggest final 7 new places. Some of them are mentioned in your unit. For example, Taj Mahal in India, it has white dome and 4 minarets. The tunnel between England and France, the Grand Canyon in the United States of America. Victoria Falls in Africa, the Great Pyramid of Giza that stays on the new list as a special eighth wonders. These are eighth wonder. These are the 5 mentioned wonders in your book. Note, some people think that Bibliotheca Alexandrina should be included also in the new list of modern wonders as a kind of a marvelous achievement or man-made thing. Your unit also mentions that there are 7 wonders of Egypt. Wadi Rayyan waterfalls in Fayoum, so, the Siwa oasis in Siwa, the temple of Abu Simbel in Aswan, the Sphinx in Giza, the Cairo Tower in Cairo, the High Dam in Aswan, and the Citadel in Cairo. Now, the last thing, the grammar that is mentioned or explained in your unit, the present perfect passive. The sentence structure in the active voice should go as follows: subject, verb, and object. For the present perfect, it is going to be structured as follows: have or has plus the past participle of the verb. If we are going to change it into the passive voice, we are going to use the object in the place of the subject and the subject in the place of the object to be the agent. And it's in between brackets because maybe you not really want to use it, or it's optional whether to use it or not, unless it's a name, unless it's a proper name or someone that we all know. They haven't told us about the findings yet. This is in the active voice. To change it into the passive voice, we are going to say, we haven't been told about the findings yet. She has reported the problems. The problems have been reported. Remember, she has reported. I'm using has here because it's she, the third person, but the problems, the new subject of the new sentence is going to be, which is originally the object, as I said, it's going to be followed by have because it's a plural. Why has Tom, this is the question, WH word question, and then yes or no question. Why has Tom searched the rooms? Why have the rooms been searched by Tom? Has Mona cleaned the house? Has the house been cleaned by Mona?